All right, friends, so upon further investigation, I thought that maybe it was cracked down in here from freeze damage. It turns out it's a glue joint leak. Right here you can see that I've got water on the tips of my fingers. It's actually dripping from there and running down and puddling. So I'm going to attempt something. I'm going to try to show you the gluing effects, the beautiful gluing effects of Christie's Red Hot Blue Glue, how you can actually glue with water gushing out. So I don't know which way this is going to go, so I'm going to prepare it for whichever way it happens to turn out. And what I mean by that is it could be, there's a way that sometimes I can actually take, I call it a peel out, but I'm not going to actually peel it. What I'm going to do is squeeze it. You can take a pair of lineman's pliers like this to have a real wide gap on it like that right there, and you can actually grab the pipe and squeeze it right at the glue joint. Now you got to be careful. If you're doing that on a jet body, you can sometimes break the jet body. What this is the pressure side. The pressure comes through the heater, and this is actually just a line coming off that goes across the tub and runs to the other side over there. And it made me think that it was leaking here, freeze damage, because it was dead on the floor, and of course it would hold water. But if that doesn't work, I'm going to go to plan B. Plan B is going to be, I'm going to glue this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and heat this and get this on the outside. It's 1/2 inch pipe. That is a 3/4 to 1/2 inch reducer changeover. So what I'm going to do is heat this right here so I could squeeze it over the top of this. Go ahead and glue that in place. And it's not real cold today, but it's just chilly, so I'm going to make it pliable so that these two things will glue together. And then what you do is you heat this on the outside, and you glue on the outside of the, so I'll do the same thing on the lip of the T right there. And I'll show you, when I get done, I'll be able to take the camera and zoom in so you can see more about what I'm talking about. So I'm going to go ahead and get this in place. That part's done, that seal is done. So I went ahead and purple primed the whole thing, because if I squeeze it and I can pull it out, great. What I'll do is cut it off back here. If I can't pull it out, then what I'm going to do is cut it off back here and spin it to win it, and then heat this and then glue it to the other side. So I'm going to have to do it real fast. So I'm going to go ahead and have this heated up nice. And we're going to attempt it with water gushing out, which doesn't matter. It doesn't bother the old Christie's Red Hot Blue Glue. Yeah, I think this thing is nice and pliable. It is. You can see it's really pliable. So I'm going to do this real fast. Are you with me? The answer is yes, you are. So here we go, friends. I'm going to grab this right here, and I'm going to pinch the crap out of it and see if I can twist it out. The answer is I cannot. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this off right about here. And I'm going to cut it off right here. Slow it a little bit by opening the slice. So I'm going to go ahead and throw glue in here. Throw glue right here. And I'm going to glue the outside of that. I'm going to twist it till it stops, and then I'm going to slip this over that, and you see that that all happened with water pouring out. So there you go, friends. Now I'm going to dry it up. I try not to get water back in my glue, so clean that off. But what has happened, what the leak is, and it happens to a lot of tubs, where that is glued inside of that joint, it shrinks up and it starts dripping. And that's what it was. It wasn't a real bad leak, it was just a very, very slight drip, but it's a leak nonetheless. So I'm going to get all this water up, I'm going to start the tub back up, and we will see what happens. Stay tuned. see that water's flowing through this, but that's actually the glue caught in it. The glue will wash through in a minute. But you can see it's nice and dry. Done deal. So I cut this out, and that is 1 inch inside diameter clear. Heat it a little bit, and it'll go right over the outside of 3/4. Fittings, not the hose. If I was doing this, if I was going to go on the outside of the 1/2 inch, I would go inside of 3/4 inside diameter.